Hi Aries, welcome. So Aries, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages and then I'm going to get into the you versus them love reading. My readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this, that's when you're meant to hear it. So let's get into it. You have the card of Sagittarius here and then the card of complexity. Could be dealing with a Sag or have that in your chart, and or it just may be the influencing vibes. Sagittarius season is upon us as well, so highlighting December. Okay. But anyways, it's very enthusiastic, philosophical, very action-oriented energy. It does also talk about, you know, travel and adventures and kind of allowing yourself to go out of your comfort zone, if you will. It's about new experiences and allowing yourself to have new experiences. And then with the card of complexity here, though, sometimes that could be a very irritating thing. Or there could be a lot of irritations or things you need to get done or complications showing up as well. You know, I feel like the holiday seasons have the, you know, potential to bring a lot of joy, but it also has the potential to bring a lot of stress. So I'm not like super surprised to see that energy there, but it's about making adjustments. It's about, you know, allowing yourself to kind of have a who saw moment, if you will, when things are feeling tense or when things are feeling stressed or if there's deadlines coming up. And to be a little bit more of the kind of go with the flow, happy-go-lucky energy, as hard as that may feel to some of you. So, but let's go a little bit further and see what this is about. I've been wanting to use these cards again. I haven't used these in a while. These are the Angel Tarot cards. So let's see, what else does Aries need to know? The Knight of Cups and the card of Eight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. So it could feel like there's restrictions being placed on you when it comes to maybe some financial needs or your comfort. I just get a sense of like a sense of discomfort or uncomfortable energy around you, Aries. And mind you, this could be coming from, you know, other people or someone you're connecting with. So take what's resonating with you. And then there's the card of spirituality and emotion. So this card to me is about, you know, going with the flow, quite literally, even though it may feel like there's restrictions being placed on you, or again, that message about things feeling like it's testing you or you have a deadline or things of that nature. The Nine of Pentacles, interestingly enough, does talk about comfort. So it's kind of like finding a comfortable spot within yourself, even if there are restrictions being placed, even if there is, you know, things that you need to get done or tension here on your trail. But let's go further and see. We're going to get some Osho Zen Tarot cards out. And I want to say, I have the song Birds of a Feather playing in my mind by Billie Eilish. That may ring a bell for somebody. And you have the card of sorrow, mind, and nothingness. Sorry. I had to take a pause. This is a lot. I feel like there's just quite a bit on your plate, you know, like a lot to sort out during this time frame. A lot of things that feel tense to me or overstimulating. That may make you feel like you just want to escape, like you just want to, you know, go to a different planet maybe, or, you know, like avoid dealing with something right now, especially if it feels restrictive to you or frustrating to you. Be careful too, though, about like making something out of nothing, Aries, because I feel like when you get into that space of like feeling tension or feeling anxiety, sometimes it's easy to make like a mountain out of a molehill, or like let yourself get away from yourself. And so there's a caution around that. But I feel a lot. I feel that there's a lot emotionally going on, or that you are dealing with other people. You have the card of sorrow here. So there might also be a sense of sadness, or you may be connecting with somebody that maybe has a lot going on emotionally, and that may be weighing on you. So take it as it resonates if it isn't with you. But let's get more details and see. And there's that song again. Sorry, birds of a feather. Let's see what else. I'm going to title this reading that. Okay. 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. What's going on with Aries? You gonna go into... Okay. I just want to say this right off of the bat. There could be like childhood memories or a childhood friend showing up, and this could be spiritually or in the physical. But I'm getting like a very nostalgic or, you know, memory lane type of vibe, which is also pretty typical around this time of year. But I just want to bring that up. Then you have a couple other messages here. So you have the 5 of Pentacles, okay? Now, the 5 of Pentacles talks about lack mentality, being broke or broken or left out in the cold. The 2 of Wands is about making a decision and moving forward. And then the 4 of Cups is like, but kind of reluctantly, you know, not very satisfied, very dissatisfied, detached energy. So, you know... Hold on a second. I'm getting like that your outlook isn't good, or the outlook or the prognosis or something may seem not favorable or not in favor, or there's something about that, about like a bad outlook, or like feeling like, okay, I just have to settle for less, or being disappointed in the outcome of something. And, you know, anytime you feel that deviation, right, in your emotions, when you feel that disconnection of source, when you fall out of alignment, out of your joy, loving, happy place, it is 100% always because the thought that you have chosen, or the perception or outlook that you have chosen on that specific topic, is not in agreement with how your higher self is seeing it, and therefore you feel that pull in your emotions into a more negative space. And if you don't really understand what your emotions mean, that can be very confusing, right? So there's this feeling I'm getting, Aries, of like nothing's going to change, or the outlook is very poor or bad. You know, and almost like this giving up vibe. And again, this could be coming from you or somebody you're connected with. And the reason that doesn't feel good is because your higher self knows better, and knows that there is always a brighter way. You're always expanding, you're always growing, okay? And there's always a different way to perceive something. So in essence, what I'm getting is what looks to be like an outcome you don't want, right? If you were to step back from it and see it from the higher point of view, Aries, or from how your higher self sees it, they would say there are many potential pathways that could move and change into in a future tense, okay? Because nothing is permanent and nothing is forever. So you may be looking at your current reality and you don't like it, but then your next reality, meaning your next day, week, month, that can change. It's changeable, it's changeable, it's changeable, and they're wanting you to see it from that vantage point. Everything is changeable and always changing, by the way. And I can't tell if this is in a relationship or with health or with money, but they want you to change your outlook regardless of where this is falling for you. And just believe that although things may not appear on the outset going in your favor, that things are always working out for you without a doubt. They're always working out for all of us. So Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, Six of Cups. So this is, to me, a relationship showing up in particular here. Now, I feel like there is somebody from the past, right? Or something from the past that is showing up that maybe felt like that. The Ten of Swords, right? The Ten of Swords is feeling stabbed in the back, you know, and or completely exhausted, an ending, if you will. And the Page of Swords is like a very skeptical energy. So if somebody is coming back from the past, or somebody you have a past history with that's not such a great past history, if you know what I mean, kind of full of unlikable things, then I feel you being very skeptical about that. And I feel like you need to listen to your intuition when it comes to that, Aries, before you entertain or invite old energies into your new life. Okay, even if you have a history with somebody, but if it's also there's something also to be put to rest, though, with that situation, and I'm talking about on a vibrational level, regardless of whether you entertain it or not. Okay. Queen of Cups, Seven of Wands. Yeah, I feel you kind of keeping your guard up, emotionally speaking. There's a very distasteful energy showing up. That's the best word I could think of. Like a distaste. I feel it's so personal too. Sorry, I'm not trying to pause for too long, but I want to get this right. Yeah, I feel a lot of healing around, or maybe healing needed, and I'm talking about spiritually, around relationships, or a specific relationship, specifically one that had a lot of disappointment around it, you know, that maybe caused trust issues, maybe just like in general, and not really like trusting what people say, or, you know, that if they really mean what they're saying, because of, you know, disappointments from prior relationships or past experiences, maybe even stemming from childhood. And it's just kind of giving this very skeptical stance on who to let in your space and who to let in your heart. And I feel this is primarily coming from you, but there are some of you that you're attracting somebody like that, and I feel like it's somebody who either is from your past or has a similar past. But you know what they say, birds of a feather flock together. Sometimes law of attraction will bring people into our lives to show us ourselves where we have also yet to maybe let go, forgive, or heal, or whatever, you know what I mean? So there's something about that coming through, Aries, and this is getting way too deep for this portion of the reading, so let me stop there. We'll go deeper into the next portion, but let's get some advice. What law of attraction advice is for Aries? Card number 45. I can focus on what I do want in a relationship. By focusing upon the wanted characteristics of those around you, you train your vibrational offering to match only the best in them. And then the law of attraction can no longer match you up with the worst in them. When you focus upon the worst of them and train your vibrational offering to match only the worst in them, the law of attraction can no longer match you up with the best of them. It serves you to see the best in everybody. Sound advice. All right, let's go into the you versus them portion of the reading then, and go a little bit deeper and see what else we need to know. I'm going to clear these cards and I'll be back in just a second. Welcome back. All right, Aries, now we're going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Ooh, sorry, a little itchy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's get into it. So you have the card of number 8, letting go, and they have the card of the number 2, possibilities. So it's interesting to me that you got the letting go card, Aries, because there was a message about that in the spiritual reading as well. And then this person has exploring possibilities is their overall energy. So let's get into it and see. We're going to look at the most recent past. Then we're going to look at how you both see and feel about each other. And then we are going to look at most likely outcome. Remember, the roles can be reversed. Also, it's a general, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Recent past for my Aries. Ace of Swords. There's that song again. 9 of Wands, the Chariot, and the 5 of Wands. So I feel like, you know, there might have been a little bit of hesitancy here in the past, Aries, to kind of move past something that felt very conflicting to you, or quite literally a conflict that you had trouble moving on from the past. And the reason I say that is because the Ace of Swords is about truth and clarity. And it's next to the 9 of Wands, which is kind of like defending your truth, right? And then the Chariot is kind of moving on or moving forward, but it's going right back into the 5 of Wands. So like, what has been preventing things from maybe moving forward within this connection, and or maybe just within yourself in general, could be a sense of a lack of clarity or a lack of understanding here, but also kind of like sticking to what you know, even if what you think is kind of at odds with what you want. And that's where the contradiction is coming in when it comes to the law of attraction. When there is something you want, but your thoughts are in opposition to it, then you don't get what you want, if you could get what I mean. So I feel like there's a little bit of that going on here, Aries, or at least there was in the past. But let's look at this other person and see what's been going on with them. I'm sorry, my lighting is in and out today. It's just like a little crazy out right now. Let's see. I wasn't ready. This person's recent past. What have they got going on? 6 of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Five of Cups and the 4 of Wands. There's a sense of being let down here, just like in general showing up, and I feel it in this person's emotional space, but take it as it resonates. And I'll show you what I mean. So they have the 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, which is about being generous, open, giving with your heart, with your emotions, with love, right? And yet the 5 of Cups, this feels like wasted love, which there's no such thing, right? Even if the person you're giving love to doesn't reciprocate, the universe is going to bring you that love in other forms, in other ways. You always get back what you give. But there's a sense of like feeling like something wasted here, and or a letdown. And it's next to the 4 of Wands, which is about unions, friendships, relationships. So it could very well be that this person feels like the love that they gave, or the generosity that they gave you, Aries, or possibly another person or other people, just kind of went down the drain, was not appreciated, was not reciprocated, you know, and now like feel like they're giving from an empty cup, so to speak. I'm not saying that's what actually happened. I'm saying this is how they feel, okay? So, or at least that's how they felt in the past. So let's go into the now then and see how you're viewing each other in the now. So what does Aries think, or what is their perception of this person? Okay. 5 of Swords, the Hangman, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Empress. Whitney Houston in my head. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Okay, that was like in her glow up era where she was like pronouncing her independence from her marriage. And you know, I get songs of symbolism, so that could quite literally be where some of you are at, or this person, and or maybe it's just a catchy song. I don't know, take it or leave it. But there is a sense of independence showing up. Okay. After a defeat. Now this is showing up in your perception, right? Like, to me, the 5 of Swords is defeat or rejection. It can be quite vicious or vengeful energy. And it's next to the Hangman, which is like the enlightened one, getting a new perspective. But it's also very uncomfortable, right? Like, it's kind of an uncomfortable way to learn a lesson, so to speak. And then the 9 of Pentacles, which is like my independent woman or man energy. I can do right all by myself type of vibe. And then the Empress, which is very self-assured, yet caring, yet gentle. Okay, now this is showing up in what you think of this person. So it could be that there was some sort of conflict or rejection around the connection that maybe changed your perspective of this person, from, you know, maybe a more independent or caring, to seeing them as like, can I get this out? It changed the way you saw the person, period. Okay. And that could be in a good way or a bad way. But what I wanted to say, and I couldn't get it out, was like changing your perspective from seeing them as like, from seeing them from like this very caring, patient standpoint to instead this kind of like offstandish, like independent type of energy. But take it as it resonates, because I feel like that's not going to be for all of you. But there was definitely a change of perspective when it comes to this person, or perception of them. Let's see how they perceive you, Aries. The Wheel, the King of Wands, 6 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. So, this is about divine timing and confidence, okay? Sometimes ego, how this is showing up in how they view you. 6 of Wands is successful though, attractive energy, and yet the 2 of Swords, insecurity, uncertainty. So I feel like this person feels, Aries, that you came into their life, you know, for a divine reason or for divine timing. There may also be karma here to balance out between you and this person. They see you as very strong-willed or strong-minded person, which I don't know in Aries that really isn't, even if you're quiet. Even if you're a quiet Aries, and yes, there's a misconception that all Aries are like loud and boisterous. It's not true. Some of you are very quiet. Doesn't mean though that underneath that you don't have a strong knowing of yourself or opinion though. And I feel like this person sees that, okay? I feel like you have their attention, and at the same time they're uncertain, you know, or there's insecurities involved here, which is coming from a fear based place. Okay, so let's go deeper then and see how you're feeling underneath it all. How is Aries feeling when it comes to this person? How do they feel about this person underneath it all? Knight of Cups, 6 of Swords, Eight of Wands. Okay, and I want to go back because some of you, like, what changed when I said that you changed perception. I gave one example of how I could read that, but there's another example coming up. For example, some of you may have like seen this person as somebody who's like independent, didn't need anybody, only to find out they're quite needy and they need a lot of love and attention. So I just want to go back to that, by the way. All right, now what's showing up in the heart space? Knight of Cups, Six of Swords, Eight of Wands, Two of Swords. So this is like love. This is being expressive, saying how you feel, you know, wanting to go towards a solution, to go to calmer waters, to work things out, if you will. The Eight of Wands is also about movement forward, communication. And then the Two of Swords. Why? This is like a cutoff in all of that, or cutting yourself off from allowing that. And I don't know why that would be, Aries, if you're intentionally or unintentionally doing that. And I feel like it's coming from maybe a place of uncertainty or untrusting, maybe about your own emotions or how this person feels. And if I want to go back to the spiritual reading that was there as well, that showed up as well as the message. But in your heart of hearts, I feel affection, I feel movement forward, and a desire to communicate. And there's this sense of like, I don't know what's coming, or like, I don't know what to expect though. There's like the fear of the unknown almost showing up. So let's see this person's heart space then. Justice. King of Swords. The Chariot. And the Queen of Cups. So in this person's heart space, it's all about fairness, balance, justice. They're trying to find peace of mind, quite literally, so that they can move forward, so that they can kind of release themselves or let go, right, of whatever this is. And my lighting is so horrible. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't feel like this person's in a space where they're like struggling or in conflict or wanting any of that at all. I feel like they're more in a space of like, okay, I just want to make peace with this. I want to move forward. You know, there's a sense of like wanting fairness here, staying balanced, and really just kind of letting go of whatever's not serving them. So that's actually a really good space to be in. I feel like maybe you might not be in that same space though, you know, because you have the card of letting go. Maybe you're not quite there yet, or maybe they've let go of something you haven't, Aries, or vice versa. But, you know, yeah, there's something about that going on. Let's see. Let's look at most likely outcome then. Six of Cups, the World, the Four of Pentacles. Where's this headed? You're only bound to repeat the past if you're still holding on to the past. And like, what does that mean, still holding on to the past? Still using it as a reference, still using it as a reason to not feel good, using the past to set up future expectations, that type of stuff, okay? And the reason I say that is because you have the card of the past here, then you have the card of patterns and cycles, and somebody holding on. That's quite literally holding on to the past, and therefore it repeating. But you can break that cycle, Aries. And the Knight of Wands is coming through here to take action, right? To change something, to change the way maybe you're handling something, or the way that you're feeling about something. But there is a change coming through. And it's coming through the emotional sector. It's also coming through relationships. What is the action? The Three of Cups. Yeah, relationships. This relationship. Coming to terms with and or reconciling something within yourself. And when I say within yourself, I mean within yourself. Like, I can't tell you how many times I get comments, which is so annoying to me, where like I'll say, you need to heal or forgive, and people will be like, I am not talking to that person, or I'm not reconciling with them. And I'm like, I'm not talking about them. It never had anything to do with them to begin with. It's about deciding not to push against yourself, to poison yourself with your own negative thoughts and emotions, to hurt yourself with your own mind. It is the ability to relinquish yourself from the suffering you cause through your painful perceptions and thoughts. It's allowing yourself to love simply because it feels good to love. It's allowing yourself to let go simply because it feels better to look towards the future than to hold on to some past that is now not even impactable and maybe even irrelevant from where you currently stand. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the physical act of allowing somebody in your life or communicating with them. I'm talking about in an emotional sense. Because you could not talk to somebody for 10 years and still hold hate for them in your heart, and they would still be just as active in your life as if they were standing next to you. Because distance and time means nothing. It is vibration, 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 and you got to find a way to soothe that within yourself. And that's one of the reasons you came to the earth plane, was to learn how to do that. And so, yeah, I just say all that to say that's what I mean when I say reconciling something within yourself. Meaning make it make sense to yourself, make it feel good to you. And then whatever physical manifestation occurs as a byproduct of that will feel good. You know? So let's see this person's most likely outcome. Page of Wands, Page of Cups. See, they're trying to have some new beginnings here, but they're also referencing the past. You know what I mean? And there's a cyclic pattern. You both have the same exact cards. There is patterning from the past. Now, this person is like, they're trying to have a new start or a new beginning, or to think of things like from a fresh perspective, and yet they're incorporating the past, probably because they're comparing it to the past, not knowing that anytime you compare it to the past, you're re-inviting it into your now, therefore making it alive again in the now. But they are trying to be open. They are trying to be more playful. They are trying to let go. This person is, you know, attempting to make some changes. And the reason they're attempting to make these changes is because they want that peace of mind and that healing that comes with it. And you're kind of being encouraged to do the same. So let's see what the guidance is then, Aries. Card number 19. Oops. My relationships will change when my vibration changes. You're living in the time when fewer people will attempt the impossible task of pushing the unwanted far enough away that they will all be left with only that of which is wanted. It is the time when more people will come to the realization that what they've been seeking is not a change in behavior of others or another person, or even in the world outside of them over which they have no control. But instead, it's an understanding of their own vibrational relationship with Source over which they have complete control. It's not about changing anyone else. It's about feeling good regardless. Ooh, ooh, very interesting, Aries. All right, we're going to leave it there for now. Zodiac signs you may be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Scorpio here, Pisces, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Leo. Taurus, and Cancerian energy, Libra again. These are the primary signs I'm seeing, and Sagittarius if I didn't say that. But it is a general, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it resonated, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. You could find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. I do have videos over there. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all my social media. It's also linked in the description as well as in the About section. Also, I made the quarterfinals of the Fab Over 40. Yay, I'm in the top 10. Thanks to you guys. But voting counts more now than it has the whole competition. So if you could please vote for me on the Fab Over 40, I would appreciate it. It's linked in the community section. It's also linked and pinned at the top of my Facebook. You can vote for free daily, and I would appreciate it. You can pay to vote as well, but please don't bother. It's just not that serious. I don't keep your money for other things. But I would appreciate your free vote. So check me out over there. Either way, I'm wishing you the very best, Aries. So until next time, my friends. Namaste. Bye.